we got a big surprise when Nintendo announced a Shovel Knight Amiibo. We've got pictures of it on Gamnesia, there's concept art showing off some different poses they had in mind. Nintendo first indie amiibo will unlock a co-op mode, exclusive challenge levels, new relics and abilities, customization options for Shovel Knight, and a level-up system. This is all exclusive content for Nintendo platforms, remember. This is the first amiibo that's only licensed by Nintendo. They're not manufacturing or distributing it. In fact, it's produced in the same factory as Disney Infinity figures, so hopefully that means there are not going to be shortages. After it was revealed, Nintendo's Damon Baker said that they are open to more third-party and indie amiibo, and that more Shovel Knight content is coming to Nintendo platforms.
So, if they're making it in the factory, I guess that means they're not hand-making this one. So, yeah, I think your statement about shortages is probably on point. I honestly wasn't too surprised. I mean, we've talked a lot on the show about how Shovel Knight is really Nintendo's best hope, I guess, when it comes to indie representation, because it's such a Nintendo-like game. I guess what shocked me is how they're going all out in terms of the kinds of stuff it unlocks. Like, this is way beyond anything we've seen an Amiibo do before.
This is huge amounts of content, and this is content that, honestly, I'm surprised there's not more outrage over this, because this is a co-op mode, like a level-up system. This is a ton of really robust game content that's being locked behind the Amiibo. Now, granted, hopefully the Amiibo won't have these insane shortages like Nintendo's, so it's a lot less frustrating to be able to unlock these things. But, you know, I'm surprised that people aren't more upset that it's exclusive Nintendo content for stuff like a co-op mode. You know, stuff like that's huge!
Yeah, I'm a little concerned because, I mean, it's great that it's being made alongside Disney Infinity figures and not being made by hand, but I kind of have this fear that Nintendo's going to underestimate the demand for these Amiibo, and that there's still going to be shortages. But I think one cool point to think about is, this isn't just like a figure that 3DS and Wii U owners are going to want, because, you know, even if it doesn't unlock extra content like the Xbox and PlayStation versions and so on, this is a really popular game, and I think you're going to see some non-Nintendo fans wanting to buy this Nintendo product.
Yeah. For me, that's one of the most interesting things about the move, is this isn't an Amiibo that was likely planned before the game came out. This game's been out for a good long time, and it's come out on multiple platforms, and it's only now that they're releasing an Amiibo. So it seems like, you know, they're basing the decision to even approve an Amiibo in the first place on how popular the Shovel Knight character is. Yeah. And I think that sort of alleviates some of my concerns about the way that they're tying so much stuff to it. This is stuff that kind of was just added in after the game had already kind of released and taken on its life on other platforms. So this is stuff that wouldn't have existed probably without this push for a Shovel Knight Amiibo.
Probably, Damon Baker talked about how they worked with Yacht Club Games to develop like exclusive Nintendo features. They said specifically they didn't want to do the crossover characters like Battletoads and Kratos because they didn't want to sort of jump on a bandwagon. They wanted to do something that was really unique for Nintendo. Another silly thing that I noticed from this is someone from Yacht Club Games said, and it's true, this Amiibo is the first time that we've ever seen Shovel Knight's butt.
Yeah, he's a 2D character.
Artwork, not in the, so I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, it's like a 3D model. I've got to say, I honestly don't think that this Amiibo looks as good as Smashified, that render of Shovel Knight. I thought that really nailed the...
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with the pose he's in, too. He's in this very, like...
It's really static.
Exactly.
I mentioned earlier, they had some concept art, and the poses were really dynamic and really cool, and I think they should have gone with those.
Yeah.
But also, I think the proportions of his body are just a little jarring. They do look closer to the official Shovel Knight art that Yacht Club Games made, but I don't know what it is. I just don't think that translates well into a 3D... I don't think the official art of Shovel Knight looks that much like what I picture as Shovel Knight.
Yeah, and you compare him to the other Amiibo poses, specifically for the Smash Bros. Characters, but they're all very dynamic poses. And this one looks kind of more like the second-string Mario Amiibo poses, where they're not really as exciting, but they still show the Mario incarnations of these characters. Mm-hmm. That's sort of the feeling I'm getting from the Shovel Knight.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got to move on. We've got to try to get a bunch of stuff into a small amount of time. So on top of that, there's also a report from Nintendo Life claiming that several industry insiders say that Shovel Knight is going to be DLC for Super Smash Bros. Nintendo Life is officially labeling this as a rumor, but they say it's been corroborated by several of their sources, and Shovel Knight is expected to smash the Earth sometime within the next 2 months.
You know, if they were to include Shovel Knight in Smash, I could see them doing a actual Nintendo-made amiibo where he might get one of those more exciting poses because it's, you know, it's a Smash Bros. Pose. So, yeah,
I'd be a little frustrated if I had to buy 2 Shovel Knight amiibo. I mean, I guess I could probably just wait and just get the Smash Bros. One later.
They would probably just have the same chip inside.
Yeah.
Like the Mario ones from the Mario series.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to get 2
I was
Shovel
gonna
Knight
say,
amiibo.
I'm not a collector like you, Colin. You will feel
You wouldn't
compelled.
have to. I would have to.
Colin will also get the Silver Shovel Knight amiibo and the Gold Shovel Knight amiibo.
Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.